Those who make sacrifices today will reap the rewards of tomorrow.
I've been obsessed with Frostpunk over the past year. A post-apocalyptic steampunk aesthetic strategy game with heavy moral choices. I have a few too many hours in the game to be considered a sane and rational person. These people keep complaining how it's too cold. And they want their basic human rights. Look at this! I'm keeping them alive! So let's zip up our jackets. Let's get right in. I think the best way to get a proper understanding of this game is to understand the world. That's right. This isn't a review. This is a lore video! The first divergence point from our timeline is in 1822. Charles Babbage created the difference engine. Something in our world never came to be. The difference engine led to the creation of the analytic engine, a highly complex computer able to work outside of binary. Use like rationals and whatnot. That progressed to Professor Hawking, yes, him, this guy, inventing the steam cores, which boosted technology all around the British Empire and led to the automatons. The second divergence point, and you guessed it, the arrival of the Great Frost. No reason's been explained for the Great Frost's arrival. Currently there are a few theories though. The sun dimming, Earth pulling away from the sun, large meteor of volcanic eruption throwing ash into the atmosphere, or the use of a super weapon resulting in the saffron cloud. My money's on both sun dimming and volcanic eruption. But nevertheless, the world experiences many bizarre weather patterns. From never-ending rain in the Sahara to a summer frost. This all leads to a temperature dropping across the globe. Plants fail, southern countries fall due to refugees, so the site generator plans were created. Let's just build giant heaters to heat cities. But where are we gonna get the fuel? I know! Let's go north! So this leads to the events in the last autumn. Creating a generator, only a few generators were actually completed, and even fewer had no fonts. After the first cities were established, mainly Winterholm, New Manchester, Tesla City, yes, that Tesla. During the move to the generators, many people died, including Professor Hawking. Many northern countries fell due to what the survivors called the Frostlands. This is where you explore to find more survivors, gain extra resources, and this is the time New London is created. The city you control. Now, after all the exposition is out of the way, I can talk about the gameplay. You have to manage many different resources in order to keep the city alive, mainly people, coal, and heat. People you get from the Frostlands and any refugees that come your way. Coal you get from mining, requiring people to operate, and heat requires burning the coal in either a generator or the steam hubs. This may seem complex, but trust me, people are even more complex. You have two bars: discontent and hope. If either bar becomes critical, you have 2 days to fix it, or else you will be banished from New London and the game ends. The best way to manage these is the Book of Laws, and midway through the game you gain a secondary Book of Laws, either the Chad authoritarian regime or the Virgin Catholic Church. Each focus on discontent and hope, respectively. Hope is a much more static thing, and only a few choices really affect it. While discontent fluctuates with the tides, it's either gone or completely maxed out after a few 24-hour shifts. I'm sorry you had a 14-hour workday. Should I reschedule the end of civilization? Postpone the negative 200-degree hellstorm heading our way? Speaking of said Hellstorm, this is one of the last hurdles you have to jump through, and it won't be an easy one. The Great Storm is a force to be reckoned with. Temperatures dropping to unsustainable levels for a week, peaking at negative 150 degrees Celsius. During this time, no food can be hunted or grown. The coal mines start freezing over, automatons start breaking down, and medical centers are filled to the brim. And the only thing you can do is to hold your breath until the sun comes up. On top of the main New Hope scenario, there are additional scenarios in DLCs. The Arcs, where you need to manage both Seedling Vaults and New Manchester. The Refugees, where your city has to manage both the population and class divide. The Fall of Winterhome, where you have to try and keep Winterhome alive after the mismanagement of the last captain. And The Last Autumn, where you are tasked with building the original generators. And On the Edge, a sequel to A New Hope, where you're an outpost trying to deliver supplies back to New London. And lastly, Endless Mode, where you can build a city endlessly on various maps. Frostpunk was released to decent reviews and nominated for many awards. This popularity led to a board game being funded on Kickstarter, achieving 2.5 million USD. And a sequel was announced a year ago, taking place 30 years after the Great Storm, with the oil industry being a main theme. The devs have been posting hints about the game through various newspapers releasing about recent events. I'm genuinely excited for Frostpunk 2, so please, this is my video. I can do whatever I want. Look, mass usage of crude oil, hope for global warming. Are we going to fight back against winter by burning so much oil the global temperature rises? It's one of the craziest sequel ideas for a post-apocalyptic game to just reverse it. Nevertheless, Frostpunk is up there in my game rankings. To be honest, I'd give it mid to high A. It's pretty good. Just to wrap it up, play this game. It's good. I'm very excited for the new game to be released. This has been Crabman. I'll see you next time. Goodbye. That wasn't the end. I'm here now, speaking off script. As you might notice, I'm drenched in sweat. I'm doing this during the summer 2020 heat wave. I'm wearing a jacket. This sucks. And I'm doing this for content. So, if you enjoy this, or even mildly liked it, as you can see, I'm a small channel. Small. Subscribe, hit the like button. If you want to, honestly. I don't care. Anyway, this is a real goodbye. And hopefully I'll see you next time. Goodbye.